Hi, this is an explanation of the examples for the assessment, which is the CYU on page 514, just Part A. Part B is not required if you're looking at the book rather than this worksheet. Here is example 1. Please notice that example 1 is the type of problem that does not have an x term in it. In other words, the value of b is 0. Another way you might see this exact same problem might be like this. X squared minus 36 equals 0. Hopefully you can see that those two things are equivalent. I'm going to just assume we're starting at this step, and all we're going to do is basically take the square root of both sides. Please notice that the square root of x squared is just x, right? And so over here we've got the square root of 36, and from your times tables, hopefully you remember that the square root of 36 is 6. But we are definitely looking for two answers, and remember that the square root of 36 is 6 because 6 times 6 is 36, or rather 6 squared is 36. But because a negative times a negative is a positive, negative 6 also fits that pattern. Negative 6 times negative 6 will also equal positive 36. Therefore, the two answers to x squared equals 36 are both 6 and negative 6. Now, that's one type of a problem. The other type of a problem might look like this one, and there's a different way of solving this. In other words, since this problem has a bx term in it, where b equals negative 9, but no constant, in other words, c equals 0, then we don't need to take the square root of both sides. That's not the way to solve this. What we're going to do instead is rewrite this in its factored form. And I can see that this problem, if I factor out an x, then I'll have 3x minus 9 in the parentheses. I should also see that I can factor out more than just the x. Since 3 and 9 have a common factor of 3, I should also pull out the 3, making this 3x times x minus 3 equals 0. You can do this without factoring out the 3, but I think you should. And then we've got, to solve this, we've got two smaller problems basically, like 3x equals 0 and x minus 3 equals 0. And I'll attack those separately. 3 times what equals 0? Well, this only works if x equals 0. In other words, 0 divided by 3 equals 0 to solve that. And over here on this one, in order to solve this, we would add 3 to both sides. In other words, in the problem x minus 3, we're asking the question, what minus 3 equals 0? And hopefully you can see that the answer would be, well, x equals positive 3. The two answers to this problem, which you can verify by plugging them back into the original, are x equals 3 and x equals 0. Hopefully now you can tell the difference between the two types of problems that are written here in the actual assessment. These 6 problems are solved either by the method I used in example 1 or the method I used in example 2. Thank you very much, and good luck with the rest of this assignment.